Okay folks, welcome back once again to The Long Dark. This is the Whiteout Challenge and we are back here in the Coastal House. And I have to be honest with you, since the video number 3 was filmed, another couple of weeks has passed.
Oh, I could eat anything right now.
Oh, be quiet. Another couple of weeks has passed. Things have just been so ridiculously busy, it's finding the time to get in here and sit down and do this. But we are here and we are recording, and I'm going to be doing 3 videos back to back tonight. Recording, and then they'll be uploaded on the normal time slots. So, a few other bits and bobs to update you with as we go along. But right now, we are here in Coastal House, which is where we left off at the end of part 3. And we are, I can't remember if we're carrying our gear. I think we are. We are actually encumbered. And we need to get back to the Quinset gas station. That is ultimately our goal. So, let's eat, drink, and be merry before we go anywhere. Let's get that in condition order. Let's go ahead and eat those salty crackers. And then we shall drink some of our 4 litres of water. We've got plenty of water here. Ta-da! Okay, so that should just be okay for us. And it reduces our weight a little bit as well. But I did leave quite a lot of stuff in the doorway as well. So I think that's stuff I left there previously. Okay, so let's head outside. Hopefully the weather's alright. Watching out for wolves and bears. Get across to the Quinset gas station. This is weather's not great. Well, I need to. It's one of the issues with this, because we're up against this time limit. We can't really hang about. We have to get a move on. So that's what I'm going to do. I think that's a rabbit. So let's drop down onto the ice. And there's some deer. So that's all good. That's a bear. Hopefully I'm out of range of him. I'm quite glad now I didn't go down the road. That would have sucked. Would have come nose to nose with the bear, and that probably would have been game over, to be perfectly honest, if that had happened. Hopefully we're far enough away. That's why I tend to go across the ice, because you can see vast distances. Okay, so we're going to head across back towards the gas station. Yeah, so a few things have changed. Obviously, no Fallout 4. I've basically stopped with Fallout 4 quest playthroughs. Simply because they're taking quite a lot of time to produce, because I've got a fair bit of editing to do to them. And, you know, Fallout 4's been out for a while, and pretty much everything's out there already, so there's no point really carrying on with it. So I've basically just gone off screen, and I've completed the game, because I still hadn't actually completed it. Where we got to, the last quest we got to, the main storyline quest, is genuinely as far as I'd got. Hadn't actually finished the game. So I have now gone through, I've completed the game, started with the Minutemen, and we've destroyed the Institute, and I am now at the end. So I'm probably going to do a few of my sort of live-ish streams, where, because I can't stream live, we just record it and upload it as if it was live. I think I'm going to do some of those with Fallout 4, just going off and doing some of the side quests. I've actually, well I say I think I'm going to, I actually already have, I've already tried to do 2 or 3 of them. But I've had some sort of problem every single time I've gone to do it, either I've been interrupted, or the phone's rang, or I've just made such a big zero of it, I was too embarrassed to upload it in the case of the first one. Or I'm just so completely tired that I was talking complete and utter nonsense, which was definitely the case on one of them. So I'm probably going to do a few more of those. I'm thinking through a little bit more before we go and do it, because normally with the quest playthroughs I do a lot of editing to make sure it makes sense, and I haven't really been doing that. Obviously with the live streams I don't edit them at all, they just go up as they are. So yeah, no more Fallout 4 quests anyway. I am looking at some of the DLC. Obviously Far Harbor's been out for a long time. I haven't got the season pass, you know, we're not all made of money. I haven't got the season pass, and I don't have any of the other DLC either, so I'm kind of looking towards that and seeing what I can do. I may sort of bite the bullet and try and get Nuka World as soon as it comes out, in the hope that I can actually get that stuff uploaded when it comes out, because that'll be quite cool. Instead of being miles behind, we can actually get it up there and then. Hoping then to do some more Long Dark and some more Kerbal Space Program instead. That's certainly the plan. Kerbal Space Program obviously has its downsides, because there's an awful lot of editing involved in that one as well. And it's just finding the time that's the biggest problem. This is what happens when your girlfriend lives 20 miles away. Going to see her takes quite a lot of time. But obviously, you know, priorities and all that, I'd rather go and see her than play games, I have to be brutally honest, so that's how it is. Okay, so we're now in the coastal town site. We're heading back towards the gas station, which looks to have had a little bit of a scenery mod since I was last here. I don't know whether I'm imagining that, or whether it genuinely has had a bit of a remodel since I was last in here, but we're here anyway, so let's head round to where we are stashing things. I don't know what I've got stashed where. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, we're alright. I thought the game had crashed for a minute. That would have sucked. Okay, well before we do this, let's just have a quick look in the let's just have a quick look in the journal for what we need, and let's just make sure that we drop off anything we have. It's going to be quite useful. Rifle cartridges. I think I've got some of those. So let's. And we've got kerosene, so let's drop that. In fact, we've got quite a lot of kerosene, so let's drop all of that. I'll keep a little bit of it for my torch. I'm also going to drop all of this accelerant and matches. I'm going to drop. Whoops! I'm going to drop a few of these packs of matches. Quite a lot of them, and I don't need them all. Okay, we just stick with those. I will keep some accelerant just in case I need it. Let's drop those rifle cartridges. Okay, so let's just... I'm going to pick it all up and just pop it up here, just so that we've got an idea of where things are and what we have. So, rifle ammunition, more lantern fuel. I'm trying to be tidy here. I quite like the fact that you can now move things around. It was a sort of very heavily requested feature, and the developers implemented it a few updates ago, and it is quite cool now that you can move things about and make your bases quite tidy. Don't think we need accelerant as part of the things it's asking us to do, but we've got some anyway. Okay, so let's see where that puts us. We now have the bandages, matches, and rifle rounds that we need. Oh, we only need one. No, rifle, sorry. So we are halfway through the rifle rounds that we need. We need a hatchet and a lantern. Well, I do actually have a lantern, but I kind of need to keep that with me at the moment because I need to be able to see what I'm doing. Tinder, we need 25. Well, that should be fairly straightforward. I think let's just go in here. If I got things like tinder, yeah, okay. Let's drop 25 of those. Ding, dropped. Okay, so that's that one done at a stroke. Sticks, we need 50. Okay, well let's. Have I got any? Am I carrying any reclaimed wood? I am. So let's drop. I'm gonna keep one piece with me. I've got 37 sticks. So let's come over here and we will place down. I still keep pressing the wrong buttons. I just keep going back into autopilot from the old version of the Long Dark. Okay, I'm gonna drop 25. Okay, so I've still got some tinder. I'm gonna drop all of those books. I'm actually gonna drop all of the books by the what's it? Because I don't think they're mentioned in the journal, are they? No, they're not. So I think we're going to be better off using the books as initial fuel rather than anything else. Whoops! I think I just dropped something I didn't mean to drop. Well, I meant to drop it. I just didn't mean to drop it there. Okay, so we've got some cedar firewood, and we have some. Well, I'm going to hang on. No, I'm going to drop it because it's one of these resources we need to be gathering. I think we've got everything we needed from there. Food-wise, always tricky. We actually do need to stockpile food, but I obviously need to carry some around with me. So I think I'm just going to go with my standard trick of stockpile everything that's above a certain... what's it? And I assume I have some water stashed somewhere. Oh yes, there we are. Okay, let's drop. I can only really drop 1 litre, but I'll drop it. Just adds a little bit to the pile. Okay, so that's 4 litres. Okay, so let's just have a quick look at the journal, see what that's done to us. Okay, so we need quite a lot more food. Hardwood and softwood, we need quite a bit more of that. Reclaimed wood, we don't. We need, well, still need quite a lot of that actually. Sticks were halfway there. Tinder bandages, matches, and the rifle were already done with. The rifle's probably a bit of a key one actually. Rifle cartridge were halfway there. Hatchet we haven't got yet. Lantern we do have, but I'm still carrying it around. Potable water being 25 litres, so that should be relatively straightforward. And kerosene, we're almost halfway there. So water should be relatively straightforward. However, I'm going to need a lot of firewood to make it, so I need to gather a lot more firewood really. Okay, I'm just going to have a quick look. Oh, these are the skills. These are the skills which I know have been implemented, but I'm not sure how they progress just yet. I kind of really need to read some of that. Okay, this is the almanac, which shows us what the weather is going to do. So there's a 60% chance for Category 1 storm on day 6. We're currently on day 4. So we need to, realistically, there's some storms going to be setting in there for quite a while by the looks of things. So we've got 2 days before we get any real storms, and we need to get ourselves moving. Okay, so let's just take stock of where we are. We have 5 hours of daylight remaining. We're drained, but we are a little bit hungry, but we're not too thirsty at the moment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rest for 2 hours. 2 of my 5 hours I'm going to rest, and then I'm going to make my way over to one of the other maps. And I still haven't decided which one yet. Whoops, I'm ready to decide where we're going to head to. I think it's really going to be down to me remembering the route, to be perfectly honest. It's been a while since I've... No, you don't worry about that, we'll sort that out in a minute. Okay, so let's make our way back outside. We're going to head off Coastal Highway, and we're going to head off to one of the other maps. Now, the only slight issue is I can never remember the route. I think... Let's go up this way. I can't remember... I can remember the routes, but I can't remember which route goes where. So we're going up this hill to wherever this takes us. Be that Mystery Lake, be that Pleasant Valley, I don't really know. But we're going to head up this way. Obviously we need to be gathering sticks as we go. I think I didn't really empty my... I didn't check how much I'd emptied it, but we'll see. I probably shouldn't be gathering sticks quite this close to home when I'm heading outward, but I am going to need to light fires as I go along, so I am going to need them as fuel. When I'm out and about away from the Quinset gas station, I'm only going to light short duration fires. I'm only going to make little bits of water at a time. I'm going to try and retain my firewood so I can make use of it in one big batch to make all that water that we need to store in the Quinset gas station, so I don't have to carry it around. So that's my strategy for that. So we're going to head off to the other map, see what we can get. Keeping our eyes open for nasties. Obviously I'm not carrying my rifle with me. I don't want to waste the rounds simply because we've got to have 10 of them. At the moment I only have 5, so if I fire any of them I've got to find even more of them, so I'm not going to even chance using it until I have enough to have spares. And probably ideally another rifle. Okay, so let's keep following the road. 3 hours of daylight remaining. Should be fine. Just be careful because you do get wolves up here. I know I'm hungry, but we're actually not to the point where we're losing condition because of it yet. So I'm just going to let that carry on burning down a bit, as we can pull that back up. It's not a problem. Weather's not brilliant, but we shall carry on regardless. See, this is the thing, your strategy changes a bit when you're up against the clock, because normally what I would do is, if the weather is really, really bad, I would hang fire. I wouldn't go anywhere until the weather improved. I just wait it out. But obviously now, I can't really do that. I've got to keep moving, because I've got this limited amount of time. And I think when these bigger, heavy category storms start to hit, I can only do short trips. So what I really want to try and do is get the bulk of my sort of long duration trips to the other maps done when I know I'm in the clear. Because in theory I've got another day of completely clear weather before we start to get anything nasty, and I don't know how nasty it's going to be, so... Okay, I'm going to keep going. I'm hoping I'm going the right way, because it doesn't look 100% familiar. But then, again, I haven't been on this map for quite some time. I haven't been on to Coastal Highway for quite a while, so... Just sort of remembering it. I think we head round and up, yeah. Okay, we're coming up on some of the huts now, so yeah, I know where I am. Heading up towards these huts. The weather ain't very good. Minus 14 degrees, we've got 2 hours of daylight remaining. I'm starting to think our best strategy here is going to be to wait out the night in these huts and see if we can gather anything up. And I may even use these huts as a bit of a staging post to store some of the stuff I'm carrying in that I don't want to take miles and miles away. That's a rabbit. Okay, well we'll head over to the one with the porch on it. I think that's the one that's got a bed in it. The weather's decidedly not very good. We're minus 14 degrees, but the wind's not good. So I'm going to get inside here, and I think we're going to ride the night out inside here. So let's get inside. You never know, we might find some of the things we need. Oh, dead dude with some painkillers. You got anything on you? No. Okay, so nothing in there. Nothing around there. Come back to that box in a moment. We have a bit of food.
God. Eat soon.
Yes, don't worry, it'll be sorted. That's very unhelpful. Okay, so let's just head over to the other 2 cabins. We'll do a bit of looting. And then we'll ride the night out here in the cabin. Tell you what, folks, I am very, very tired today. It's been a very, very busy few weeks, as I say. It's been busy at work and away from work, so I'm absolutely shattered. And tomorrow I'm travelling up to Carlisle. We are walking Hadrian's Wall, 26 miles in one day, raising money for the Alzheimer's Society, which is probably going to be even more exhausting, to be perfectly honest with you. So this is going to be entertaining. Can I break the chair down? Yes, I can. I'm breaking this down because obviously we need the reclaimed wood, so let's just break it all down. Don't think I can do the bench now. I need a hatchet for that. Okay. Okay, well, there's this one. Yes, I know we're tired and I know we're hungry, but we've got one more cabin to search. Let's get on and do it. Oh, red sky. That's never a good thing. That's actually quite freaky. That is actually quite freaky. Okay, well, there's a rifle cartridge. Oh crap, okay. I think that was a deer, but we'll get inside because we don't know what caused it to run. Right, okay, so this is where I'm going to hole up for the night. I've got some soda there. Whoops. Oh, I know I do have another crate. What I'm going to do with these crates, I'm going to break them down and I'm just going to leave all of the reclaimed wood here in this cabin out of the way. And then we'll come and get it. So obviously it's going to encumber us. Anything in the crates? Okay, well it's now going dark, so what I'm going to do, let's just drop all of that reclaimed wood that we're carrying, and we might as well just drop, drop some of the sticks as well. Don't have much in the way of carrying capacity, but don't worry, we'll sort that out. I'm carrying quite a lot of painkillers and things. So am I carrying a lot of spare clothing as well? No, I'm not. Okay, that's cool. Right, okay, so where's the bed? Where's the bed? Here's the bed, right. So let's, before we do that, we need to eat, drink and be merry. We need to get our calorie count up and we need to get our thirst level up. Standard,
I need
standard.
to rest soon.
Yeah, alright, don't apply me. It's fine, I know what I'm doing. Let's drink. Okay, so we're going to go to bed and we are going to sleep. Well, I'll put it on for 8 hours to see if I can get through. So obviously with the new sleeping system, it's a little bit different to how it used to be. Okay, well we're not fully rested. Let's see where we're standing in terms of food. I probably need to take some more on board. A little bit more drink, and then I'm going to see if I can make 3 hours. Yeah, we should actually be able to. It's not 4-3. Okay, rest 3 for another 3 hours. Oh, excellent. It's gone question mark, question mark, question mark. Well, we're going to have to battle through this, whatever it is outside, so this could be interesting. Woken up fully rested, so we're very early in the morning. Let's just pop outside and see what it looks like. There's question marks, which is never a good thing. Oh, bloody hell. Right, okay, well, we're going to have to go for it because obviously we're up against the clock, so let's get ourselves moving. Just about see where we're going. Hopefully this mist will clear rather than get worse. I really hope so anyway. Mist never goes well for me.
God, I've never been so hungry in my life.
Oh, pipe down. Can you not see that we have limited food rations? Partly because we have to stockpile it all. And we don't really have time to go... Well, we don't have the tools to go around killing things, to be perfectly honest with you. Or even harvesting things we find. Okay, let's keep going then. Whew, I tell you what, it's been so warm. If you're in the UK, obviously you're going to know that we've had this heat wave, and obviously most people are sort of probably really happy about it. Oh yeah, it's hot, it's warm, it's nice, but I hate it. I need cool weather. It's actually as warm, or has been as warm, it's cooled down a little bit now, as warm as it was when I was in Italy a few weeks ago. And that was baking hot. Although interestingly, the taxi driver from the airport to the hotel claimed that it was actually quite, quite cold for Italy. It had been much warmer the day before. It's like, well, thanks. That's very reassuring. Apparently, 34 degrees is cold. Anyway, nowhere near as cold as the Long Dark, which is genuinely very cold. Okay, so we're coming up the hill now. Is that a stick lying there? Let's just double check what it is. I think it's just the end of the barrier poking out of the snow. Let's keep going. I always hate it when it stutters like that, because that usually means it's about to load the "oh my god, you've sprained your ankle" thing. It's a very long way to walk. And apparently it's really cold. We're talking about the weather again. I actually need to catch up on the Long Dark news, because I haven't been playing it. I haven't read any of the blogs, news or anything recently. Do excuse me. So I don't even know when the next update's due or anything. I haven't used the test branch in the Long Dark yet, assuming that's still available. So I'm actually going to be interested to see what's coming up in the Long Dark. I know there's been some hot fixes to fix a few bugs and little things, but I'm kind of waiting for the next big update. The last update we had obviously was the update that brought us these challenges, and obviously we're now in August, so logical process of elimination is there will be another update coming up fairly soon. Monthly update, hopefully. But we'll wait and see. I'm content just to let the developers do their thing and catch them up later. Plenty to keep me occupied. Because other big news now, this is the thing, because it's taken me a while since I last filmed the last one. I can't remember if I spoke about this, but we have Robot Wars back in the UK, and obviously BattleBots is back in the US, and I've started building. My car boot is currently full of scrap metal, which I've managed to get from work. They very kindly allow me to take some from the scrap pile, stuff being thrown away. It's mainly old galvanized steel electrical conduit I'm going to be using to make a featherweight. And then I'm going to be... I have a design in mind for a heavyweight. It's going to be pretty much secret for the time being, so I don't want anyone pinching the idea, but... A similar machine has actually appeared on UK Robot Wars before in the original run, but this one's going to be a lot better and a lot more deadly, hopefully, if I can get the thing to work. Don't worry about that, we'll sort it out in a minute. Okay, so yeah, so Robot Wars is back, so that's taking time as well now, like valuable time. And do you know what? I might break out. I've got Brave Sir Robin approach. Right now, I'm worried more about escaping that wolf. And here we are at the mine. So let's get in here. Leaving Coastal Highway and into the mines. Obviously, this means we are... Oh, I always get interrupted, don't I? Just 2 seconds. Okay, folks, I'm back. Sorry about that. Right, okay, so... See, I keep getting interrupted. It's really annoying. But anyway, right, okay, so we're now in the mines, and this takes across Pleasant Valley. So what we're going to do, we've got some anti-fuel, we're going to leave that. In fact, is that 2? No, that's matches. Newsprint, which we can use to make tinder, obviously. Accelerant, and that is about it. Have I got my, I could do my storm lantern. Let's get this thing lit so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to leave behind anything I see here, because obviously I'll be coming back this way. So I'll have a chance to come and pick it up. I'll take that rifle round. I'll definitely take that. More accelerant, blimey, okay. And some more matches. Well, I will actually take those up because they're quite light. Nothing in there, and there's never anything in the portaloo. Right, so let's make our way through the mines then. Now, I haven't been through this way for a long time, so hopefully I can remember the route. I remember when this first came in and I was sort of shuttling around inside the mine, but taking stuff from one side to the other, I can't remember. Let's just keep going and eventually we'll probably either get lost or find where we want to be. Okay, we've got a little cache thing here. So I'm going to take, because I haven't got one, just in case I need it. We will take that. I'm going to take that newsprint. I'm going to take that newsprint. Take that cloth. I think you can have his cloth in the passages, but not tinder, can't you? Okay, I might as well gather everything there is here for now. I can always ditch it at the other end if I don't want to bring it back, or don't need to bring it back. Okay, let's carry on heading down this way. Through the mine, through the mine. Quite a lot of coal in here, which would be brilliant if we were, mining, if we were going to use the forge, but if I'm honest, I never used the forge. Oh, okay, I think this has actually dropped us back out where we just came from, so... Okay, let's keep going. Oh, okay, that was a bit shorter than I seem to remember. Now, that makes me slightly concerned that we've gone round in a circle. Oh, damn. Is this not the... No, we were leaving Coastal Highway, so this must be the path. I'm absolutely sure this is the route through. Okay, let's... We'll bear this way then. I wonder if I've done a silly thing. You definitely can't get through that way. We've got some reclaimed wood. Take that. Okay, well, let's go down here, back into this little area again. This is going to be mildly embarrassing if it's the wrong place to be. So that'll be not quite the way I wanted to end. Is it this way? I think it's this way. That's where we've gone wrong. Okay, so let's get ourselves back on track again. Okay, we're going down, so I'm going to take that as a good sign. The slight risk now is I'm going to run out of lantern fuel, which would suck. Ah, here we are. Here's the workshop area. So let's... Don't need rifle cleaning kit. Let's have a look through the backpack.
Best not pay for anything.
Nothing in there. Nothing really in there. Newsprint. Break down the crate. No, we don't need those, so let's leave it behind. Yes, a fire striker! Twisted fire striker. Bit of scrap metal, don't care about that. We've got a bit of food. We have some newsprint. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stop and take stock. So I'm going to turn this off, which is going to make it all go pitch black. And we're just going to do a little bit of housekeeping stuff. So let's harvest all of these down into tinder plugs. I'm aware that I'm starving. It's not a problem. Given our time as well, I think we're coming up 2 times, so we're probably going to call it a day here very, very shortly. Okay, so what I'm now going to do then is I'm going to stash a lot of this stuff in that... Oh, there's a hunting knife there. I somehow missed it in the light, but could see it in the dark. That's quite funny. Okay, in this here drawer, I'm going to stash a load of tinder plugs. So let's stash... well, I've gone over by one. We'll stash 16 tinder plugs. All of that reclaimed wood. That piece of fur. All of that accelerant. Some of the matches, because we don't need to be carrying all of those with us. The worst of the 2 hunting knives. One of the fishing... Well, that's just a line, not a fishing hook. We'll keep everything else. We might as well hang on to all of that. How are we doing? I don't know if that's... I'll have to double check that. Okay, and I've got quite a lot of meds that I don't really need to be carrying around with me, so let's get rid of a whole load of those. In fact, might as well get rid of all of those. Okay, and we've got 2 emergency stims, 5 bandages. We need to be carrying 5 bandages around with us. Let's get rid of those. In fact, I've got 2 old man's beard bandages, so let's get rid of those completely. And we also need to be carrying go that won't fit. Okay. Okay, what I'm going to do then, let's just restrike this just so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so bedroll. And let's get rid of that again. I'm saving fuel. Anyone wondering why I keep turning it off and on? Plus, it just seems appropriate when you work in IT to turn things off and on. You know? Apparently, that's all we do all day. So there's a lot more to it than that. Okay, so let's just get through some of this food. That's looking pretty good, and we'll get through some water, and then we shall call it a day for video number 4 in the Londot Wipeout. I keep saying Wipeout. Whiteout challenge series. have to get them to call it something else. We'll go into bedroll and we shall sleep for an hour, which will save the game. So I shall say thank you very much for watching. That's video number 4 done. I'm going to have a 5-minute break and then I'm going to go straight into video number 5, but obviously you'll see it in a couple of days' time. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again very, very soon for the next episode video. I don't want to say episode because that's what everyone else says. The next video in the long dark Wipeout. Oh, do you know what? It's the heat. I'm blaming the heat. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again very soon.